All right, hello everyone. My name is Gabe Kale, and today I'll be presenting on sensation and perception in serial killers. And this is a topic that combines psychological science with real world forensic work, and it's an area that I'm deeply interested in both academically and vocationally. So, sensation is the process of receiving information throughout our senses, while perception is how our brain interprets and makes meaning out of that information. So these two systems combined shape everything for how we recognize danger to how we understand other people's emotions. And so, research in this shows that emotional perception plays a major role in empathy and moral reasoning. And when these processes aren't working normally, a person may misread emotional cues or fail to respond appropriately. So, in the case of serial killers, these impairments can contribute to violent or antisocial behavior. And so I have some evidence here where one of the biggest differences seen in serial killers is how they process emotion. So many studies show that they struggle to recognize fear, sadness, empathy, and more in other people. And this lack of emotional recognition weakens moral judgment and makes it easier for them to harm others because they don't perceive suffering the way most people do. And on a neurological level, brain imaging reveals abnormalities, in the amygdala and prefrontal cortex. And these regions control empathy, impulse control, and emotional awareness. And when these aren't functioning normally, it creates a biological foundation for psychopathic traits. And more so, serial killers also process social cues differently, and they may misinterpret facial expressions or tone of voice, sometimes viewing neutral or normal signs as threats or opportunities for control. These perception distorts reality. Sorry. Their perception distorts reality, which affects their decision making. Case studies show consistent patterns, such as differences in emotional memory and traits like impulsivity and low emotional awareness. These findings show how emotional, neurological, and cognitive dysfunctions work together to influence repeated violent behavior. And so, for the relevance of why this matters, this topic matters because criminology and forensic psychology help us understand both the social and mental sides of criminal behavior. Criminology explains the external and environmental causes of crime, while forensic psych focuses on internal processes, such as how people think, feel, and interpret the world. So, by studying sensation and perception, we are bringing these two fields together, helping us understand the how and the why behind serial killers' behavior. And for personal motivation, this research is personally meaningful to me because my goal is to go into forensic psych and eventually FBI profiling. My calling is rooted in both science and spirituality, as I see psychology as a way to understand human brokenness and to seek truth and justice. My own life experiences have shaped my resilience and my compassion, and they motivate me to help others through understanding. And on the aspect of faith, faith integrates into this because my faith plays a major role in how I view this field. Luke 8:17 says that nothing hidden will stay hidden. Everything will eventually be brought to light. To me, studying criminal minds is part of uncovering truth, shining light into dark places, and understanding how sin and suffering distorts human behavior. I see my vocation as both scientific and spiritual. It's about confronting darkness, not with judgment, but with understanding, truth, and compassion. And so, to conclude, while research shows that serial killers often experience emotional perception deficits, neurological dysfunctions, and distorted cognitive processing of social cues, these factors influence their capacity for empathy, moral reasoning, and decision making. Understanding these can help improve the accuracy of criminal profiling and support earlier prevention strategies. Ultimately, my goal is to use this knowledge in my future career to pursue justice, protect others, and bring truth to the light. And these are my references. They should, for the most part, be academic, and they were used throughout my project, and they are in APA formatting. Thank you for listening.